What if the one you loved forgot you every time fate brought you together? This is the story of a boy who fell in love with the same girl across lifetimes, even when she never remembered his name. Long ago, in a small town surrounded by endless cherry trees, a boy named Haru made a promise to a girl named Aoi. They were young, innocent, but their bond felt eternal. She made him promise that if they ever got separated, he would find her again, no matter what world they were in. And he promised he would, even if it took forever. But as the cherry blossom petals swirled and faded to white, time itself reset. Hundreds of years passed. The world changed, but Haru's soul didn't. Reborn again and again, he carried only one memory, her smile. Every lifetime, he searched for Aoi. Sometimes she was a nurse in a bustling city, other times a traveler exploring distant lands, or a soldier on a forgotten battlefield. But every single time they met, a heartbreaking reality set in. She didn't know him. With a trembling voice, he'd ask, "Why do you always forget me?" And she would gently reply, "I'm sorry, do I know you?" You see, no one else remembered their past lives, except Haru. It was a cruel blessing from an ancient spirit, one that bound him to remember every lifetime of love and every gut-wrenching loss. He had once stood before a glowing spirit tree and wished to never forget her. The spirit granted his wish, but with a terrible twist. You will remember her forever, even if she never remembers you. And so, Haru lived through centuries of these bittersweet reunions and painful heartbreaks, watching the light in her eyes fade from one life to the next, over and over again. In what he sensed was his final life, Haru awoke with one last chance. The curse was weakening, but so was his own soul. As he walked through a quiet park, a familiar breeze passed by, and he heard a voice that stopped him in his tracks. "Excuse me, do you know how to get to Sakura Hill?" Haru froze. It was her voice, her face. It was Aoi. She was there again, reborn, alive, beautiful, and smiling at him as if for the first time. With a soft, knowing smile of his own, he replied, "Yeah, I can show you." They spent the following days together, talking, laughing, and watching sunsets. The bond they once shared began to form again, naturally and effortlessly. It was as if, even though her mind didn't remember him, her heart did. Their connection felt like echoes of a love that simply refused to fade away, a melody playing across the ages. One night, as they stood on that same moonlit hilltop where their promise was first made, Aoi's hand began to tremble. In a state of shock, she whispered, "I've seen this before. I've met you, haven't I?" Haru's voice broke as he asked, "You remember?" With tears streaming down her face, she confessed, "I don't know how, but my heart does. Every time I see you, it hurts, like I've lost you 1,000 times before." In that powerful moment, time stood still. The curse was finally breaking. A gentle glow surrounded them, and the faint image of the spirit tree appeared in the distance. A whisper echoed from it. "Love that endures through eternity deserves to rest." The light wrapped around them, but as the curse faded, so did Haru. His body began to turn translucent. Aoi cried out, "No, don't leave me again." But Haru, smiling through his own tears, looked at her one last time. "You finally remembered. That's all I ever wanted." Haru vanished with the dawn, his soul finally at peace. Aoi was left standing alone on the hilltop, clutching a pendant he had left behind. But this time, it was different. In her heart, Aoi remembered everything. Every lifetime, every meeting, every goodbye. Whispering to the sky, she made a new promise. "Even if you're gone, I'll keep remembering you in every lifetime." And as if in reply, a faint voice echoed on the wind, Haru's voice, promising her, "And I'll find you again, even if it takes forever." Love that transcends time never truly fades, it just waits to be remembered. If this story touched your heart, leave a broken heart or a cherry blossom emoji in the comments. And tell us what you would do if the one you love forgot you in every lifetime. Don't forget to subscribe, because our next AI anime story will take you deeper into the worlds where fate and love collide. Until then, keep believing in a love that never ends. Thanks for watching.